Hey everyone, Dylan here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up your first backup PC client and what tweaks and small changes you have to do on your first setup of your backup PC server. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and disable the camera here so that you can see the full screen properly. And what we're going to do is, to get started, we are going to go to our backup PC GUI. Now, before actually adding a client, we're going to do a couple of changes on our GUI, on our config for our backup PC server. So we're going to go here to our web administration, go to edit config, go to xfer, which is the short for transfer. And we are going to go ahead and change the xfer default method to rsync. And then we're going to go down here to client path, and we're going to change this to sudo space and the actual path for our rsync. And then we're also going to change the SSH arg for our SSH path space -l space backup PC instead of root to use that user. Then we're going to hit save, and that's about it in terms of the GUI. Once we've done all the changes that we need to do on the GUI, we're going to go ahead and go to our backup PC server, and we're going to go to our var/var/lib/backuppc directory. Here, if we do a ls-al, you're going to see that I have this SSH directory created, but I'm going to delete it because how it originally comes is like this, without the SSH directory. So what we have to do is we have to do the following things. First is we have to create the SSH directory, so we're going to do mkdir.sh. And we're going to create the known hosts file, so touch.sh/known_hosts. And then we are going to create an SSH key or RSA key for our backup PC user on the server. So we're going to do sudo -u backup PC SSH keygen -t RSA. In the event that you don't have sudo installed or enabled, for example in this case, since I am in a Debian container, I did not have it installed, all you have to do is apt install sudo, and that should allow you to do this command. And if you don't want to do that, to do it that way, what you can also do is just do it as root and then change the ownership of the file and put it in the correct directory. But in this case, I'm going to do it this way. So what I'm going to do is execute this command. It's going to tell us generating public key, public private RSA key pair, and it's going to give us this path, which is the correct one. So we're going to hit enter, 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 and it's going to give us permission denied. Now this is correct. This is going to happen because if we do ls-al, we are going to have a directory that is owned by root. So the first thing that we should have done is do a chown backuppc.sh. Once we've done that, we can do the key generation. So we're going to do the same as we did before. Enter this SSH keygen command, and it should generate the key for us. So if we go ahead and do an ls-al of the directory, you're going to see that we have the id RSA and id RSA pub. Now here we have a problem, which is the known hosts should not be owned by root, but rather by backup PC. So we're going to go back to our chown command and just do -r to make it recursive. And if we do the list again, we're going to see that everything in here is owned by backup PC. So once we've done that, we have generated a key on the backup PC user in our server. And what we're going to do is we are going to move on to our client. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a backup PC user without the ability to log in with a password, only allowing it to log in with an SSH key or by being sudoed as root. So the way we do this is we have two ways. One way we can do it is we can do add user backup PC -- disabled - password. That is going to add the user without any password. Actually, not without any password, but with a password that is locked, so you can't log into that user with any password whatsoever. And the other way you can do it is you can just do add user backup PC, and then after you've done that, you can do pass wd -l backup PC. Now, it's very, very important that you don't do -d, because -d, it removes the password from the user but does not disable it. So what it does is you can basically log into that user without a password, which is not what we want. What we want is to be unable to log into the user with anything other than an SSH key. So once we've done this, we have created the user, and the home directory for backup PC should be created if we go to home backup PC. If it's not created, then you're going to have to create it manually with mkdir and the path. And once we've done this, we can go ahead and do the following things. We can do touch/etc/sudoers.d/backupPC, and then we can do echo -e, and between double quotes, backup PC, all equals no pass wd, :space, /user/bin/rsync, space, --server, space, --sender, asterisk for a wildcard, and then space, new line. And then we're going to just put that into that file right there. Now, it's actually not necessary to do the touch if you're doing this with a single more than sign, but it does allow us to check if the directory exists. Now, if the directory doesn't exist, it probably means you don't have sudo installed. So what you have to do is just, as I said before, you do apt install sudo, and that should install it for you. And then you can do the echo right here. Now, once we've done that echo, you can do chmod 440 /etc sudoers.d/backupPC, and then you can do vi sudo -c to check that it parses properly and that the permissions are okay. Once we've done that, we're going to want to create an SSH directory for our backup PC user. So we're going to do mkdir /home/backupPC/.ssh, and then we're going to do a cd to that directory. Once we're in this directory, we're going to do echo, or rather, actually we can just do nano hosts authorized _keys, and this is going to open a empty file for us. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our backup PC server, and we're going to do cat id rsa pub or .ssh/id rsa pub. And that is going to give us the public key for our to paste onto our client. So we're going to just do that. We're going to hit Control S to save, Control X, and then we're going to do touch known _hosts. And then once we've done that, we're going to do cd ... to go one directory above, and we're going to do ls -al. Now we're going to see that the permissions for the directory are wrong, the ownership is wrong. So what we're going to do is chown /backupPC /backupPC -r.ssh. And then we're going to do chmod 700 sudoers.d.ssh and chmod600.ssh asterisk. You can do also -r if you want. And what that's going to do is it's going to give us all the right permissions for SSH. And basically, it gives you only read-write for the BackupPC user. Once we've done this, we can go ahead and go to our etc sshd config file. And you have to enable these two options right here. Pub key authentication, set it to yes. So basically, you're just going to have to uncomment it because the default is yes. And then you're going to have to enable the authorized keys file. So you can either uncomment this or just add your own line. It's kind of the same. And then you're going to do service ssh restart or systemctl restart ssh. It's the same. Once we've done this, you can do Control L to clear this history. And we are going to go back to our BackupPC server. Once we've gone to our BackupPC server, you're going to go to host summary, and you're going to see that there are no hosts here. So we're going to go to edit hosts, and we're going to do add, and we're going to input the IP address for our client. So it's going to be 10.10.10.186 in this case, I believe. Let me check. IP address list. Yes, so 10.10.10.186. So we're going to go here, do save, once we have added this. Oh, and you want to do user BackupPC. So save. There we go. And you're going to want to go to host summary, go here, and do start full backup. If we go back here, you're going to see that the backup is in progress. In the event that it does not do the backup for you, what you're going to have to do... Oh, there we go. There we get this error. Now, here you're going to get this error for the first time, because what you have to do is you have to go to your server, and you got to do su BackupPC, and then you're going to do SSH, and then enter your client. So this is only the first time, then it's completely automatic. Because you have to get the key fingerprint for your client. Once you've done this, you should be able to go ahead and go back to your GUI. And if we go here and do start full backup, you are going to see that the backup is going to be in progress. And if we do host summary, oh, it failed. Interesting. Okay. So this is another problem you might have, is you have to have rsync on your client installed. Now, this is unusual if you have Ubuntu distros or other distros, but in this event, what you can do is go to your client and do apt install rsync. And that is going to install the package you required. And if you go back here again and do this, start full backup, and you go to host summary, it should now work. So you can just refresh a couple of times, and if it doesn't fail quickly, then it's probably working. You can actually even go here and check. Yeah, it's starting to have all the files here listed. So there we go. Now, another error you could have is something similar to this, which is no ping response from local hosts. You can solve it one of two ways. In the event that you are using a Debian, LXC, or LXD container, or just any really virtual machine, you have to go to your etc sysctl.conf file, and you have to add this line at the bottom to allow any user from your container to ping. That way, BackupPC can ping the clients. And if you don't know the range here for your ping group range, what you can do is you can just do a cat of this file right here, which is proc self gid map. And this is going to give you the top of the range, and then you just have to add this to your file -1. So as you can see here, it's 65 536, and you just put here 65535. And if you want to apply that change without rebooting, you do an echo of that same thing, but to the following file, which is proxys.net IPv4 ping group range. And that should allow the user BackupPC to ping. And if that still doesn't work and you can't ping your client, it's probably a network restriction that you have applied or something like that. But in the event that you don't want to check your client by pinging and you just want to do the rsync straight up, what you can also do is you can go to that config file for that host and you can override the ping command to do something like /bin/echo. And then you're going to be able to skip the ping. Now, as you can see here, we've got our client backed up and it is working. So one thing you might want to have in mind is once you have done all this initial setup is if you want to add new clients, all you're going to have to do this time is copy the SSH key, the public key from your BackupPC server. So cat.ssh ID RSA pub to a BackupPC user on your client, and you're going to have to ensure that rsync is installed and the sudoers file is properly configured. That's about it, really. Once you have it set up, you can back up a bunch of servers, or you can actually even script it. Now, I do have a script that I'm going to leave down in the description. It's I'm going to actually also show it on screen just so that you can check it out. Basically, what it does is it does all of the things that we did on the client, but kind of automatically with regular expressions and different things. I am going to go ahead and add here apt install rsync -y just to have that in there. So yeah, it's really just it takes a bit of time, but it's not too complicated once you actually know how to do it. So I hope that this was useful for you, and if you have any doubts or any questions, or I missed anything and didn't cover it on the tutorial, you can just go ahead and comment down below, and I will reply as soon as possible. So this will be the conclusion of this tutorial, and I hope you have a great day.